What's wrong with it? Testing. Oh, this is like feedback right there. All right, we're closing this thing. Wait, should we? No, yeah. All right. All right, if you're just joining us, we're just tying some flies live on YouTube. Gotta give YouTube love. It's Sunday. Everybody's watching YouTube today. YouTube Sundays. So just tying a Ghetto Superfly, the #1 fly in the world, catches everything pretty much. For sale. I'm just gonna tie flies and not say anything. Too late. There we go. Ghetto Superfly. Trimming it right now. There it is. Stragglers. All right, this is a brown Ghetto Superfly. There it is. Yeah, making fishing lures, making the good old Ghetto Superfly. What's up, Santiago? Gee. Right on. Thank you. This is the #1 fly in the world. Ghetto Superfly. And you can go check out our webpage. We've got a Shopify account. Yeah, selling them. And it wasn't like it just happened. It took a while for me to actually start selling these things. Using them for years, and then eventually what happened is people asked and asked and asked, and I was like, fine. I think the first 30 minutes sold like 100 of them. So that was cool. Now, we sell maybe a box a week, which is perfect. So that's like 20 flies. Not much. But if you do these flies caught pretty much everything. Caught tarpon, caught permit. So guys in Florida use them. Bonefish in Florida, the Bahamas. Caught bass. Redfish. Caught redfish just the other day. So I'll take one. So yeah, so these flies catch everything, and it's such a basic design. Designed it after the mantis shrimp. And then as you get smaller sizes, they kind of look like Opai Lolo, or like this native shrimp that we have here. Small, like it's a 4-inch slender shrimp that usually found in the mud. Yeah, so there you go. Ian Smith is eating a lemon. So these eyes are about 1.5 grams. And if you can't find it, I have it on the website. All right. Got to kind of make it even as possible. And then what you're going to do is you're going to pinch and then kind of put it down here. And then when you go up, you're going to kind of loosen and then kind of come down and then try to come straight down, pull it. Just make a couple loose ones. You're going to eventually get tighter, but you got to pull this back this way. Because as you wrap the line, this whole thing goes, right? So you want to make sure that's super solid. Okay, now you're going to fold it over. It said #1 fly in the world. Catch everything. Yeah. Santiago, what's up, bro? Do. So here I use the thin UV resin. This part is kind of key. You gotta trim. It's like trimming weed. I mean, you know, small scissors. My kids asked me, Dad, what is Maui Wowie? Actually, I said, you guys know what Maui Wowie is or what? Because of that song. They're like, no. Kids, that's weed. Marijuana. They're like, oh, yep. Tips and tricks, bro. This is where you get them. You can learn a lot from the videos and stuff. True story. See these bracelets? Some mana bracelets. If you want to catch more fish, you got to wear one of these. Transfer energy through these bracelets. Ilya, turn on the AC. There we go. This is a dubbing loop right there. What's up, THTS, my? What's happening? Shadow Strike 47, what's up? So if you guys don't know, I'm tying flies here in Hawaii right now for Hawaiian bonefish. Live. You guys got any questions? I can answer any questions you guys have. Just trying to blast through these, trying to tie these for a few orders that I have. There we go. Oof. Oh no, I don't sell a high fish gear. I sell online though. So if you go to our Shopify account, you can see it there. Just learned Shopify a couple, maybe a month now. So getting better at it. It's pretty good, pretty easy, convenient. Just throw the stuff in a package, print out the shipping label, and it's ready to go. There we go. But I will go down to High Fish Gear and go check them out. I haven't yet. I will though. There we go. Oh, yikes. That was a glob that came out. So as in proper Ghetto Superfly fashion, you want it to be rectangularly. You don't want this, and you want it to be like super streamlined. You know what I mean? That's it, the Ghetto Superfly, the best fly in the world. All right, so when you guys have the EP fiber, invest in what is this, the good old zip ties. So you grab some small zip ties, tie the end of the EP fiber that keeps everything kind of more solid, more together. That is too much. And that's tied a bunch of these so far. A few. Would you say it's a plethora? No problem. As you know from most of my posts, nothing's planned, nothing's like perfect. It's just kind of just post what's happening. So through social media, it's helped, fly fishing in general, uh, make it more popular for everybody to be booked, and kind of gives people here in Hawaii an opportunity to actually learn to fly fish, because we have a class coming up on November 8th here on Maui, introduction to fly fishing. So I'm going to be running the first half. We're going to be doing casting. Now that's going to be the most interesting part, because as you know, I've spent hours and hours with individuals trying to teach, but you really gotta get the time in behind the rod, feel it, and so everything's way better when you start incorporating a double haul, a single haul. So experience is key. And just getting familiar with the rod, key. There we go. There we go, guys. Trimity trim. In fact, I gotta get a haircut from these kids. Go with the hawk. Gotta go with the hawk. AKA the Hawaiian mullet. Alabama won today. Sweet. Is that a good thing? I did not watch any football today. Right on. I'm a fair weather fan when it comes to football. If you're cheering for the team, I'll cheer for the team. If the guy next to you is cheering for the other team, I'll be like, right on, I'm with you, man. I don't have a team. Shoot, our stadium's getting freaking torn down. So freaking Rolo. This is a Mike Stewart right here. Mike Stewart, world champ bodyboarder. Welcome, Rolo. If you guys haven't been following, but check out our Instagram too, Fly Fishing Hawaii. That's where, you know, you get day-to-day action, stories, whatever. I mean, literally day-to-day. I'm an Alabama fan right now. Yeah, Alabama winning. Front porch tackle outdoors asked if I was an Alabama fan. Yes, I'm a fair weather fan. So if you're cheering for them, I'm all about it. Go Alabama. Beat whoever. Oh, wait, unless they're challenging the Naval Academy. Then I'll be like, freaking Naval Academy wins, bro. I'll be like, holy mackerel, that's unbelievable. All right. Sometimes when there's a lot of, it's not smooth, I'll just grab another EP fiber, because all that non-smoothness, yeah, I'll just grab another EP. Dude, this wasn't even the one. Oh, it's on the bottom. There we go. Got him. I'm more of a river fisherman, but fly fishing in the sea for bigger fish. Yeah, it's 100% different. I subscribe, yeah. Fishing in the ocean is like, I fished in the river once, right? When I went to Alaska a couple years ago. Learned to fly fish here in Hawaii. And yeah, fly fishing in Hawaii is just freaking different. It's like the Super Bowl of fly fishing. So, but if you do follow the Instagram and stuff like that too, you know, that's where you get a lot of the pictures. You know, I try to post on YouTube as, you know, as much as possible because it says to do that. So, because YouTube is the number 2 most searched engines. It's a search engine. Shoot, I fix cars. Then I become a mechanic with YouTube. All right, so here's that trick, right? You get the zip tie. You pull this out just a little bit. Try to bunch it up. Pinch it together. Get that zip tie. Now, don't make this harder than it is, okay? You don't have to do it exactly. You can just freaking here in Hawaii it's just bonefish, and golden trevallies and bonefish. Those are 2 fish here, and milkfish, but milkfish are the freaking pain in an ass. That was a little harder to catch. I've hooked a ton of them, aka like 6, and then landed 0. Yeah, that says something about that fish. Anyway, I'm gonna also switch to the what's up, Eric? Eric Anderson. Instead of using this brown for this, I'm gonna switch to a red. So I use the Norvise here. So if you're not used to using a Norvise, it's cool. There we go. We're rocking. All right, size 4 hooks, Gamakatsu RX. There we go. There we go. Not locking it down, coming back to the front. And now from here, I'm gonna put the lines on it, yeah? Freaking Sharpies, they rock. Oh. They also, if you Sharpie your table, you're gonna have to sand it if it's a wood table, if you want that Sharpie out. Molokai, you just gotta have a strong hook. You can just use the hook on Molokai. They bite anything. Those fish are so easy to catch. So the Ghetto Superfly is my favorite. Obviously, it's my signature fly, so don't have to go down. Nah, because, you know, it's, yeah. Last time I was up there, freaking hooked a bunch using this fly, the Ghetto Superfly, so it works. And plus, when I tie it, I know the hook strength, right? So, you know, using 25-pound test leader, like literally, the tippet is 25-pound test, able to bring these fish in with the right hook, and that way you get less breakage and you can land more fish. So that's just me. That's my theory. Yeah, I've used 5 weights, caught bonefish on 5 weights. So doesn't really matter as long as you have the pound test, right? And if you have the right drag, if the drag can stop the fish, the rod can bend as far as it wants to. You're just gonna, yeah. So it's all about the drag though. If you don't have a strong enough drag and strong enough line, that's the only thing. 5 weight, only disadvantage is casting with the wind, into the wind, right? So that's a big one. You got to cast into the wind with a 5 weight. It gets way more challenging. Oh shoot! Oh, there we go. Way, 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 way more challenging. Do, 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 do. Yeah, if you guys got any questions about fishing anywhere, I got answers. If you have watched or been watching or following, the freaking bonefish over here, how spooky are they? Depends where you're fishing and what mood they're in. So Owen Johnson, that's the biggest thing is what mood they're in. But if it's super skinny water and you're casting giant flies at them, like I usually do, then they're going to be more more spooky. So this is considered the giant, the bigger of the flies. And one of the things that I will do with the YouTube videos, I'll tie 3 different flies. This one, this is the large one, not the largest, but the one I use primarily for deeper water with waves, etc. Then I'll have a smaller one, because the smaller your flies, the less weight, the closer you can get to the bones. So that's key, right? Yeah, Owen Johnson. But if you go to different spots on just on the island of Oahu, for example, there's the fish that eat, and they'll freaking attack from like far away. As soon as that fly hits the water, they hear the sound and they attack. And then you got the fish that don't eat, and that would be triangle or hickom. The fish at triangle or hickom are the hardest fish to catch in the, well, other than Big Island, are some of the hardest fish to catch. I remember a long time ago when I first started, it took me a while to catch my first bone at the triangle. Ooh, this is kind of big, this one. Haircut? Yes, please. Oh, it's not the scissor of choice there. Where is a good, hold on, spot you can get without a boat on Molokai for bones? Shoot, almost every spot you can get to without a boat. You just gotta walk. Because all the flats are located right next to shore. Yeah, you just gotta find the access. So that's the biggest thing. You can use bubble float with flies. You can use bubble float with flies that don't have weight or flies that do have weight. Doesn't matter. But you can make the flies match like freaking stickfish or whatever other fish you got. Green and white, blue and white. And the pupils, they'll just freaking smash. I mean, it doesn't even have to be the right colors. It can be like just super shiny, and they'll freaking attack. Doesn't have to be pretty. As long as it's moving fast and creating some disturbance, these fish will come and eat it, try and eat it. There we go. All right, still going over here. So notice the EP fiber. Look how straight and awesome it looks. And that's from this one little thing right there. That's it. Oh, feels so nice. That is a little bit too much. That should be good right here. Maybe a 1/4 inch. If you pull it off, it's going to be a 1/4 inch all the way around. That's pretty much the size you want. So pull it off, let it sink. You can actually go a little bit smaller too. So 1/4 of an inch. Perfect. Because when you push it together too, it's gonna stay together. But that's what you want. Size 4 gamakatsus all day long. So if you're just joining, just remember we have a Shopify account and we sell on the site the Corrupt Hawaiian supplies that you just the eyes that people can't get at their local stores, and the Ghetto Superfly, so this fly. And on the site, the Shopify account, it actually tells you how to use each fly too, when to use the flies. So that's key information that you guys can utilize. But right now it's like, oh, question and ask away, guys. If you guys got questions, feel free to ask. We're live, so everybody's watching. So Micah Himamoto 4574. Would you recommend an 8-weight or 9-weight rod for Hawaii? Just get an 8-weight, because as you get better and better, just get all 8 weights. Because if you start getting 9s and 8s, you can't tell which one is which. And you gotta get a scale, you gotta measure it, and it's a nightmare, dude. So just get all 8s, and you don't have that problem. But you can actually throw 9-weight line on an 8-weight rod, no problem. It just gives you just a little bit more load, so it actually works pretty good. So 11-weight line on a 10-weight rod, cherry. So today is Sunday question and answer day. There we go. It's a lot. All right, there we go. So if you don't know, I'm gonna say it like one time. We have a introduction to fly fishing on Maui, November 8th. So if you're interested in that, just go to Shopify account and it's on there. You can sign up with the rod or without the rod. It's up to you. So The starter kit is a Cortland Guide Series saltwater fishing rod. Made some minor modifications, but peacock bass, nah, dude. The only time I fly fish freshwater in my life was one at Pyramid Lake, and the other time was when I went to Alaska. Those are the only 2 times I fished freshwater. So I never targeted peacock bass though. But they're around. I know there's people up there that go up there all the time and try to catch those things. Get some world records up there. There's peacock bass on Oahu, and there's another spot on the Big Island that they have peacock bass. I bet you a lot of guys didn't know that one. Also, if you guys are joining us right now, we have a giveaway happening, but it's happening on our Instagram page. If you're a subscriber, beginning of December, we're gonna do a drawing. We don't have a lot of subscribers. We have like 10. But nonetheless, for those loyal followers, what I'm gonna do is on that Instagram, I'm gonna do a giveaway for Costa backpack, bag, sunglasses, so giveaways. So you have a chance to win those. And basically, I'll throw all the names in a hat, like literally a hat. Draw it from the hat, and boom, we got a winner. Nothing too extravagant, but it's pretty cool. Oh, 11 subscribers. What? Yeah, you. Yeah, let me know what day we're gonna fish. Just text me. I'll get back to it when I'm done with this live. I'll get back to you, turn you on the schedule. But yeah, have a chance to win, man. Free Costa sunglasses. And then our class that we have on November 8th, I think Costa's gonna send us a bunch of stuff. I talked to the rep. He's like, bro, I'll get you a bunch of stuff. I was like, okay, shoot. So basically, it's me picking it up. I just got to pick it up. That's it. They've always been super supportive of everything we do. This is where your dream starts, right here. If you guys do come and DIY here, you guys gotta make sure you guys got the right flies for the right spot. So you can go to freaking wherever, buy all kinds of flies, and none of them you've seen catch fish before probably. But the guy at the behind the counter just said, oh, those are bonefish flies. And then so you buy it. I mean, a lot of the flies that I use before, I just use 2 flies now. I actually never seen people catch fish on them, except for Ed's flies, obviously. Ed Tamai, the guy I fish with a lot. So if you're gonna buy bonefish flies, buy proven bonefish flies. That's all I gotta say. And different weights for different areas. That's key. If you use a super light fly in Maui, probably won't get to the bottom. The fish will never see it. But if you're DIYing it without doing the research, go for it. Okay, let's see. Size 4? This is size 6. All right, 2, 4, 6, 8. There we go. All right, with that, I'm gonna end here, and then I gotta make my kids dinner. Okay, shoot.